This is not what I had in mind for my second video, but I might just came up with an idea or the location of the place where you can send your friends and relatives to get you some special books. But before that, hello everyone and welcome. I am Marcela. I read and I speak about military and war books. Now, coming back to the books that I've got myself as a Christmas present something. I'm gonna show you the 4 books that I have for today. First one, The Origins of the Second War by A.G.B. Taylor. I know we all read about how the Second World War started and why, but from what I understood, Taylor is challenging the traditional view of the causes of the Second World War, and pretty much he says that the war was the result of a Nazi plan and more of diplomatic failures and miscalculations, collapsing of the international order. His approach says that Hitler was actually an opportunist and the conflict could have been avoided, and it was a disaster that was shaped by state interest. Second book from the same author. It's on the First World War, and like I mentioned, I do have a special interest in this war. It's an illustrated history of the First World War. This book covers major the turning points of the Second World War, and through a combination of maps and photographs with analysis, Taylor explains the failed strategies, the challenges, the political upheaval of the war. He also highlights the leadership errors, the global consequences of the conflict, the way the war shaped Europe, and being the seed for the future conflicts. Next book, it's by Max Arthur, and it's Forgotten Voices of the Great War, and it's a testimony of the war told by the people that lived through it, and they are soldiers, nurses and civilians, and they show the trauma, the brotherhood, the resilience and everything they experience. So in this book, Max Arthur is actually using the sound archive of the Imperial War Museum. Now, this book, it's connected with what I am reading at the moment, which is Eyewitnesses' account of the First World War, edited by John E. Lewis. I'm almost finished, and it's the same testimonies from the people that lived through the First War. The last book, and I'm going to also tell you exactly where you can find this book, where you can find the rest of the books, and the special book. And actually, this is one of those special books. It's Mavericks by Nick Higham. And what is special about it? It's signed by the author. You can have it here. And the book is an account about a little-known mission in the Caucasus in 1918 by British adventurers, soldiers, spies that fought to secure oil supplies and block the Ottoman and Bolsheviks in the area. And now to actually tell you where you can find that special place. It's Imperial War Museum. The main building, the main site in Lambert Road in London, UK, has quite an impressive bookshop, and all of the books are conflict war related, covering all the conflicts, second, first, recent conflict, intelligence, spies. There's a lot of there. And they do have one great shelf where you can find a lot of books signed by the author. They do sell online if you're not in UK or not in London. I don't know if on the shop online they have all the books that have physically there, and or that if you can request one of the signed by the author if they still have them in stock. But if you're in London or if you have friends or family that are around, the entrance to the museum is free. The other 2 sites, Churchill War Rooms, HMS Belfast, don't have free entrance, so you have to pay a ticket. One note about the museum: they're a charity, so by buying books from the museum, you're actually supporting the work they do. I will let you know the thoughts about these books as soon as I finish them, and I have no idea at the moment what is going to be my next read. It will probably be something lighter. I don't say this is a hard book to read, but it's quite compact. There's a lot of information. The type is quite small, and it takes a little while to read. And whenever I read one of these type of books, I also read 2 or 3 or 4 others that are easier to go through. I haven't decided what is going to be next, but I hope by the end of December to read one book that is not conflict related at all, but it is written by one author that served in the British Special Forces and has other books about his life and his experience. I've read those 2. This is going to be the next one, and as soon as I finish this one, I'll have the review of all the books, the 3 of them. And if you manage to read the titles of the books in my back, you can always suggest one of them that I should read next, and I will add it to the list in December. And you can leave that that title in the comments below. So this is for today. I hope you find this information useful. I am sorry for everyone that is not in London. I know I do have the privilege of being here, living in the city. Thank you very much for being here, and see you in about a week time. Bye bye.